Well, I thought we had a good week last week. Really going back to just working on fundamentals, those type of things, blocking and tackling, and also doing some things with our younger guys that are redshirting this year and working with them. And, so it was a good week. And then also, just healing up from our guys after the first 4 games. And, you often get some dings with some guys, in the first part of the season like this. And so that was good to get healed up. And we're in pretty good shape now. And, looking forward to this week, another conference game. New Mexico State team, who I think is playing really, really well right now, and has lost some close games, but very talented football team, and really have a lot of respect for what they've been able to do.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to our first questions from Ethan Joyce with the Winston-Salem Journal.
Hey, Coach, I was just interested to know if you had any reaction to the Troy win over the weekend, or if you or the players kind of talked about the win that they got.
No, we didn't talk about it, but I did. I probably watched a little bit of the second half of that game and was impressed with the way Troy was playing. Thought they outplayed LSU. Kids were playing harder, and they've got a talented football team and a good team. Of course, we played them last year, and a lot of the same guys that are playing. So it's not surprising that they were able to go down there and, a program that's, really, not doing as well right now. But I think what they did was an outstanding job, and really big for our conference, for the Sun Belt to go get another win. I think South Al beat Mississippi State last year on the road. So, that's 2 big wins in the SEC the last couple of years.
Ethan, if you have a follow-up question, you can go ahead and ask that.
Yeah, just looking at the schedule of New Mexico State and looking at y'all's schedule as well, a lot of pretty powerful programs, P5 teams you guys are playing. So, I mean, how do you take the similarities of some of the matchups you guys are having this year?
Well, I think you just take the body of work that they've done, that we've done, and really as coaches, we just kind of break down those games. Really, it's all of them, no matter who it is. I mean, they've played, I think, a couple of Power 5 teams. They played a good New Mexico team that they beat. So you just take all the body of work and kind of go with it, come up with a game plan, and try to find out ways to either stop them or move the ball. And we've been very impressed with them. Particularly they've played a tough schedule, and offensively they're one of the better offenses in the country right now, and really throwing the football. Some dynamic wide receivers, a quarterback's playing at a high level. They also have one of the better running backs throughout the country, who's been very proven. So, we've got a big test this week, I think. Particularly stopping their offense, but also their defense is playing at a much better level this year compared to last year. Looks like to me, it looks like a totally different team.
Ethan, thank you. I accidentally moved you out of the queue, so if you have a follow-up question, please press *1. We'll go to our next questions from Steve Baer from the Watauga Democrat.
Hey, Coach. How are you?
Hey, all right, Steve.
Good. As far as New Mexico State goes, does it start with Larry Rose? As far as them?
Yeah, I mean, you certainly want to try to make them one-dimensional, because if Rose gets hot in the running game, now they're just almost impossible to stop because of how well they're throwing the football. Tyler Rogers, we didn't play against him last year, and he's really lighting it up this year, throwing over 350 yards a game. Again, against good competition. And then the receiver they have is actually from Rock Hill. He's 6'6", 212 pounds, and he is killing it right now, averaging over 100 yards receiving a game, number 1 in our conference. He's a tough matchup for anybody, so it's kind of hard to say just stop Larry Rose. I mean, there's a lot of guys on that offense that you have to stop.
And speaking of the running game, your running game has kind of struggled. Is there anything that you've been working on, try and kind of get going forward? Or?
Yeah, we got to get it going, and there's no doubt about it. We feel like in the 4 games we've played. I mean, I think Georgia's one of the best defenses in the country, and they've proven that week in and week out. I think Wake Forest defense is really good as well. In Texas State, run defense is one of the better run defense in the country as well. So I mean, we've played some 3 out of the 4 games, pretty tough run defense. Now, we still need to do a better job running the football and in order to help control the football game, and there's no doubt about it. We've done some things last week that we feel like will help us in the running game this week, and so we'll see. We got to get both our backs, Jalen Moore and Terrence Upshaw. Both of them need to be, really ready to go and to get some big rushing game going.
Conversely, the pass is, I guess you're taking what they give you, and the pass has been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You've had a couple of 300-yard games.
Yeah.
Is it a question? I guess is it a question where that's what it is? You're taking what they're giving you?
Well, that's part of it too. We certainly want to take what they give us, and teams are really loading up and stopping their run, and they've done a good job with that. So we've had to open it up a little bit more, and probably should have opened it up more against Texas State earlier in the game. I think once we did in the second half, it really helped the run game and the pass game. So that's kind of part of the game plan. I think to take what they give us, open it up a little bit more. We're throwing the ball pretty good right now, and really it's not one receiver. It's we got 7 or 8 guys that have caught over 100 yards in receiving. So we're kind of spreading it out, but we want to be balanced, and we certainly want to be able to run the football as well. So we have to continue to work on that.
Steve, thank you, and Coach Satterfield, that's all the questions we have for you this morning. We appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, bud.
All right, thank you.